We're always looking to the future for the next big solution, right? But what if? What if some of the most brilliant answers to our biggest problems are actually hiding in the past? That's what we're digging into today. We're going to explore some of India's ancient, absolutely ingenious water machines and see how this centuries-old wisdom tackled one of humanity's greatest challenges. And this really gets you thinking, doesn't it? I mean, with water scarcity becoming a massive global crisis, could the answers we're searching for be hidden in plain sight, engineered by communities hundreds, maybe even thousands of years ago? It's a pretty mind-blowing thought. Okay, so let's be real. The challenge is immense. There's no doubt about it. But the fundamental problem, how to manage water in a constantly changing climate, that's not exactly new. The past might just hold the key. And I want to be clear, we are not just talking about simple wells. No way. We're talking about sophisticated, locally adapted systems built across every single landscape you can imagine, from scorching deserts to flood-prone plains, and even way up in high-altitude mountains. Each one is a testament to some incredible ingenuity. All right, let's start our journey in one of the toughest environments imaginable, the dry, arid lands of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Out here, every single drop of rain is precious. Losing it just isn't an option. So, how on earth did they manage? Well, one of the simplest yet most effective solutions is the Jahad. On the surface, it's basically just a crescent-shaped dam made of earth, but its impact is absolutely huge. And here's the real genius of the Jahad. It doesn't just hold surface water. By capturing those intense monsoon rains, it allows that water to slowly seep into the ground, raising the underground water level, the water table, for miles around. It's like a giant sponge. This process recharges nearby wells and keeps farms green long after the rains have gone. But what's fascinating is that water wasn't just about survival. It was about community. Take the baolis, or stepwells. Just look at them. They were incredible architectural marvels. The steps were brilliant. They allowed people to literally follow the receding water level, ensuring access all year round. But more than that, they became these cool, shaded community hubs, places for people to gather, socialize, and just connect. And the innovation continues right down to the household level with two related systems, tangas and khans. Think of a tanga as a private underground tank for one family, collecting rainwater right from their roof. A khan, on the other hand, is a larger, shared resource. It collects runoff from a specially prepared patch of ground for the entire community. Simple, effective, and perfectly scaled. Okay, let's completely shift gears now. We're going from the desert to regions with the exact opposite problem, way too much water, all at once. In places like Bihar and Maharashtra, the challenge isn't capturing scarcity, it's taming torrents. In Bihar, they developed the Ahar Pine system, and this is just a brilliant piece of large-scale engineering. Instead of letting floodwaters from rivers cause all sorts of destruction, they built these long channels, or pines, to divert that excess water into massive retention ponds, called ahars. This turned a potential disaster into a life-giving resource for irrigation. So smart. In a similar vein, over in Maharashtra, you find anacuts and bandaras. Think of them as regulators. These are small dams built right across streams, and their job is to slow the water's flow. This prevents soil erosion and stores water for later use. And just like the Jahads, they help refill those vital underground water reserves. It really is all about control and conservation. For our final stop, we're climbing high, way up into the mountains of the Northeast and the cold desert of Ladakh. And up here, the steep terrain and unique water sources demand completely different kinds of solutions. Now, this might be one of the most elegant systems we've seen yet. Bamboo is just abundant here, so communities engineered an entire irrigation network out of it. It's a perfect example of using local, sustainable materials to solve a complex problem with so much grace and efficiency. And check out how it works. Water from a stream gets channeled into a main bamboo pipe. From there, a whole network of smaller pipes, just using gravity, carries the water across hillsides, sometimes for kilometers. Finally, the water's released, literally drop by drop, right where it's needed most. We're talking almost zero waste. It's ancient drip irrigation. Up in the high-altitude desert of Ladakh, the challenge is different all over again. With very little rain, the main water source is melting glaciers. The local solution? The Zing. These are small, carefully constructed tanks designed to capture that precious meltwater as it flows down the mountain, storing it for the critical planting and growing seasons. So, after seeing all these incredible examples from across the subcontinent, what does it all mean for us today? What are the big takeaways? Well, when you look at them all together, a really clear pattern emerges. From the jihad in the desert to the ahar pine in the floodplains and the bamboo systems in the hills, each solution is perfectly tailored to its unique environment. This was never a one-size-fits-all approach.
And that's the thing. These aren't just historical artifacts collecting dust. They are living blueprints for building resilient communities that work with nature, not against it. They just embody such a deep understanding of their local ecosystems.
When you boil it all down, a few core principles just shine through. First, every system was hyperlocal, designed specifically for its unique geography. Second, they weren't built by one person. They required entire communities to cooperate. They also beautifully blended function with culture, like those step wells serving as gathering places. And above all, they achieved this delicate balance between human needs and environmental health. There's this quote that just captures the essence of this perfectly. It was about an indigenous wisdom that balanced ecology, culture, and survival. And that's it, isn't it? This wasn't just about plumbing or engineering. It was a philosophy, a way of life that understood the intricate connections between the land, the people, and the profound need to survive and thrive. And that leaves us with a final thought. These solutions all came from people deeply, deeply observing their own environment. It really makes you wonder, what incredible, simple, and sustainable solutions are just waiting to be rediscovered, right in our own backyards?